Hey, we're going. Good evening. Welcome to y equals mxp. So today we're going to learn about graphing equations, graphing lines that are in the form, in that slope-intercept form. So we're gonna need probably some sort of a straight edge to make this happen. We're familiar with y equals mx plus b. We've talked in class about how this might be the slope and this might be the y-intercept. Intercept, I can do it. There we go. Okay, slope and the y-intercept. So as we said, this is the slope and the y-intercept. And so when we're talking about the slope, it's the rise over the run. Okay, so rise being how far we go up, run being how far we go over. And we can go up or down, we can go left or right. I tend to think about rise being up or down and run always going to the right. And the intercept is it's where the value of, we've talked about this before, the value of y when x equals 0, okay? In this case, it's sort of a location when we're graphing. It's where the line crosses the y-axis. Okay, so we have y equals mx plus b. Slope, okay, again, rise. Let's write this again over run. Okay? So when we think about slope, you might think about mountains, and slopes can be positive, slopes can be negative, slopes can be all sorts of different possibilities. I'll just try to get a different colored pen so you might be able to see. So right here, it looks like my slope is positive. Okay, I'm going uphill. I'm going in an uphill sort of direction. So when we're moving uphill, as we look at it from left to right, we probably want to. So, as I was saying, this is a positive. Oops, lost all my pen. I've lost everything. It's awful. There we go. Let's see if it's still positive. So as we're going uphill, it's positive. So we've got a positive slope here, right there. The slope is negative as we go downhill. So think, uphill is positive, downhill is negative. Okay. So we've got some positive slope on this side, downhill, so negative slope, negative slope. Negative slope, and get a little more positive here. And it's just like when we read a book, we read from left to right, same thing. If we're going positive, if we're going uphill as we go from left to right, then we've got a positive slope. If we're going downhill as we look from left to right, we've got a negative slope. Okay? All right, so when we're looking at y equals mx plus b, a couple things ways we can look at it. We know that this is the y-intercept, but it also tells us where to begin. So, b and begin start together. And the m, the slope, tells us how we're going to move, okay? So in this case, my y-intercept is 2, so we're going to begin at 2. And my slope, 1/2, remember slope is, so it's talking about how we're going to move, is the rise over the run. So from this place, we're going to go up 1, so this is my up, and we're going to go over 2. That's what rise and run are. So up 1, over 2, and we're going to put a second point there. Okay, I probably have to go whole screen, small screen, because I need to get my straight line tool, and I don't know where that is otherwise. So when we're making graphs, we want to be precise in how we make a graph. We want to have it be a line. We want it to go through a certain number of points. And we don't want to just connect the points like dot to dot sort of thing. We want to actually have it go through the points and beyond. Okay, so it looks like it's an actual line. And then typically if we're making a line, we put arrowheads on the end because we know the domain and the range for this thing are all real numbers, so the line can continue. And then the Mr. Tague rule is that we always label the graph, even though it says it right over here. Okay, we're pretending that's not there. Y equals 1/2 x plus 2, and we're done. Okay, so we're just going to work through a couple examples like this. I'm going to probably leave one or so for you to do, but again, so here's my m. That's how we're going to move. There's my b, that's my beginning. In this case, it's -3, so we're going to start down here at -3. My slope, my rise and my run, my rise is 2, my run is 3. So from here, I'm going to go up 1, 2, and over 1, 2, 3, and grab my line toolie and see what can happen there. See if I can make this work out so I get a nice straight line. Looks like maybe it will, something like that. Okay? Grab your pen back, arrowheads because it goes forever. label y equals 2/3 x minus 3. Okay, that's just how I like to have you do it, so that anybody can tell what it is. They don't have to think about it. They don't have to understand the thing. They just know this is y equals 2/3 x minus 3. Okay, try this one. Okay, we're going to begin at 3. We're going to move this way. Notice the difference here. My slope is negative. So what would we expect the line to do? We would expect the line to be a downhill sort of line. So let's make sure that happens as we go. Beginning at 3, go up 3. Okay, so since it's negative, what I always suggest is that for negative, we go down instead of up. 1, 2, 3, and then over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I suggest for negative you go down, but always your over is to the right. Then we grab our little ruly thing and our lining thing, and let's see if I can make this one fit. Let's go up there, I guess. Let's see. That's not too bad. All right, so that's that. Grab the pen, put the arrowheads on, label it like so, and notice that it went downhill like we wanted it to. Y equals negative 3/5 x plus 3. If we'd gone down and to the right, or to the left, I mean, the other way, then our slope would have been uphill. Okay, so for negative slopes, we want to go down, but always, no matter whether it's positive or negative, go to the right. It's just easier to remember. Okay, so what else we got? All right, so this one seems like it's a little not the same thing, but we've got our beginning spot right there at 3. It's our y-intercept. And then we're going to go this way 2. But what do we do with 2? How do we go about that? Remember that 2 is the same as 2 over 1. So my up is 2, my over is 1. So from here I go up 2, over 1, get my line tool, draw on the line, zing, zing, something like that-ish. Yeah, that's about right. And arrowheads, because it goes on forever, because it's got a, and you can draw it down into this quadrant, it's fine, but at least go beyond the points. Label it, y equals 2x plus 3. See how easy that is? Okay? Same thing on this one. Is this the last one? It's the last one. So what do we think is going to happen? Should I let you do this one yourself? Maybe I will. Yeah, let's have you try this one on your own. Okay, what you want to notice is that it's got a negative slope. So which way should it be going? Downhill. You know what the beginning part is. You know where it's going to move. We are going to practice with this stuff, God, for so much that you'll just be able to do this in your sleep. You'll be having graphing nightmares coming up, but that'll be okay. So try this one. We'll check that out first thing tomorrow. If you have questions, of course, you know to ask. Anything we can do, we're happy to help. All right, so thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.